Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. I'm Gabby.
I'm Charlotte.
And if you're looking for a new compact and you don't want to give any compromise, this might be the car for you. Today's video, we're giving a full walkthrough of the brand new Kia K4. It's a brand new model to Kia's lineup, right? We've never had this before. And Charlotte, during this video and during the car buying process, we have 3 questions we want you guys to know.
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about, sorry, I'm losing my mind already. Is it going to be safe? Is it going to be comfortable? And is it affordable? So those are going to be 3 questions that we are tackling as we give you guys a full and complete live walkthrough on this 2025 Kia K4. As always, these videos are done live, so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat and we'll answer them towards the end of the video at our Q&A. And if you're watching this in the future and did not watch this live and still have questions, feel free to leave them down as a comment down below and subscribe. We would love to have you. It's free.
Spoiler alert, the answer to all those questions is yes.
Yes, yes, and yes. Let's go.
All right, let's get into it. So we have filmed the Kia K4 a couple of times, but this is truly going to be an everything you need to know video. More specifically, we're filming the LX model, so this is the very introductory trim level to the K4, and it's now the most affordable vehicle in Kia's lineup. It's priced at $23,995, that's the MSRP, and no, it's not a Forte with a new look. It's completely redesigned, it's bold, it's fresh, and it's a lot more car for a fantastic price. Let's start off with the front end. So the first thing I want to point out is the bold headlamps. You're going to get full LEDs even in the entry trim level. You'll first notice that amber daytime running light. It's bold, it's striking, and of course that's also going to be your turn signal indicator. No one's going to miss your next move. They'll be able to see it. For the headlamp itself and your positioning lights, we have bright white LEDs, which again, they last longer than traditional bulbs. They're way brighter and they look good. This paint color is called Azure Blue. It is bold, it's stunning. It's one of the 2 blues that Kia is offering with the K4, but the only blue you can get on the LX model. I think it looks good. A couple of the things the K4 is going to add on that the Forte never had in its introductory trim is going to be fantastic safety functions like smart cruise control and advanced forward collision avoidance. So this radar plate right over here, just underneath your plate mount, is going to do a whole lot for you. Number 1, the smart cruise control. It's going to monitor the distance from your vehicle and the vehicle ahead of you, and you can preset that as the driver. So whether you want 4 car lengths or 1, the vehicle will adapt based off driving conditions. If you hit stop and go traffic, this vehicle can take it like a champ. It will stop to a complete halt and then bring you right back up to speed again if you hit traffic. It's also great, the forward collision avoidance, because it works with pedestrians, cyclists, and if you're making a left at a busy intersection or a junction, the vehicle is constantly surrounding or scanning around to make sure number 1, you're safe, and it's going to warn you if there is a risk of a collision. I think the front end, just design-wise, looks fantastic. It definitely has a very wide stance. This vehicle is a little bit wider and definitely longer than the outgoing Kia Forte, and it's got a lot of road presence. You get a little bit of body color in your front bumper here and a lot of just black plastic along the bottom to give a little bit of a contrast. You do also have this nice belt line over here and a little bit of intake. Now I'm going to pop open the hood to talk powertrain, and although there's many other, or I guess 3 other trim levels too, I should say. There's 3 trim levels that have this powertrain. This is the most efficient trim level of the 2-liter 4-cylinder. So under the hood, surprise, surprise, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's multi-point injection, so you don't get that gasoline direct injection that we've had in some previous models. Hello, there we go. Regular hood with a prop arm. And that 2-liter is going to give you 147 horsepower with 132 pound-feet of torque. Now that's definitely not sports car numbers, but coming from someone who's had this exact powertrain in my previous vehicle, it gets you up to highway speed no problem at all. It's smooth and it has an IVT transmission, which it gives you the perfect gear ratio, so it's very efficient. This vehicle is rated at 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway. The other trim levels of the Kia K4 don't reach that number. If you're wondering why this one's more efficient, it's going to come down to the wheels. So let's check them out. These are our wheels. You may notice they're steely wheelies. They're 16 inches. And
the floor's wet.
I'm going to be honest, you guys, although we work at Kia and we love the Kia product, this might not be my favorite wheel design we've ever done, but that's okay. They're 16-inch alloys, steel wheels, I should say. If you want to put these on your winter tires, you certainly can. And then if you want to get an aftermarket wheel option for your all seasons, that's also an option. You might also love this because it really takes away the scare of curbing your nice alloys. And it looks fine, let's be honest. This is definitely a nicer hubcap than what you buy from Canadian Tire or something like that. Regular all-season tires, and a good thing about this wheel size is that if you are going to get winter tires, they're fairly cheap to buy winters for the size vehicle. You're not getting a 20-inch alloy or anything like that. it's going to be pretty cost effective. All right, it's also a front-wheel drive vehicle. Sorry, someone just opened our door. Front-wheel drive is fantastic in the winter, I will say, combined with winter tires. You get ventilated disc brakes up at the front with solid disc brakes in the rear and a little bit of plastic arching surrounding your wheel wells. Personally love this because it doesn't look too bulky or like it's body armor on the car, but it definitely helps with little paint chips caused from Canadian roads, salt, rocks, dirt, you name it.
Life.
Just a little bit more protection. The body of the vehicle, one of my favorite things about this car is the shape. Take a look at it. It definitely widens out in the rear of the vehicle, giving you a Coke bottle-like finish style, and it's got a fast back style along the back end. This might give you the illusion that there's not a lot of trunk space, but there is, and I will open that in a second. One more thing I'll point out, or actually a couple of things, has to do with the door handles. So your front two door handles, driver and passenger, are both going to have our push button for entry. So as long as the key's on you, you just give that a push there. It's gonna unlock or lock your car. You never have to touch your keys if you don't want to. And spoiler alert, this vehicle does have push to start with remote start. So Canadian weather approved. If you put a sweater on and your keys are in your very first layer, you don't wanna dig for that to get into your car. Trust me, I do that now and I hate it. Coming along to the back end of the vehicle, those wide doors also house your pillar-mounted door handle. It's definitely a little bit different. A lot of people are tempted to reach for the door itself. It's over here now, but of course, if you own this vehicle, you'll get used to it real quick. The taillights, which I realize are now off, are a mix of LEDs and just regular bulbs. I'll get them back on. And then we'll also hit the hazards to show you guys the whole lighting sequence. All right, while I'm doing that for you guys, I'll also mention that this vehicle does have lane keep and lane follow assist, so two great safety functions. If you are someone who does a lot of highway driving and city driving, just driving in general, those are both pretty gentle driver assistance functions. You can turn them off if you're not a fan of it, but it doesn't beep at you, it doesn't freak out at you, it just gives you gentle correction for your steering to make sure you're centered in your lane, and will take some slight bends for you as well. So if you're on a highway that has a lot of bends, it definitely takes off some driver fatigue, and it's just a smooth experience. The taillights, you can see them now, a mix of LEDs and bulbs. They look fantastic. I love the way they expand into the trunk itself, stopping on this gloss black pillar. Now here you can see your backup camera and your trunk release. Now trunk release may not seem like a big deal to you, but you know what, it is to me. And if you're coming from a vehicle that doesn't have it and you gotta walk back in or grab your keys to release your trunk, you'll really appreciate it. You also have the smart function that allows you to just walk up to your car. It senses you in the proximity and it power opens for you, which is quite nice. I'm just gonna press it now to show you guys. You can see it opens nicely. You have a fairly wide opening, definitely a little bit shorter on the height, but still you can definitely get whatever you need to in here. Underneath the floorboard, here's a big deal. You do have a temporary spare tire. So this is a compact tire, but nonetheless, it's a spare tire, and a lot of compact cars do not have one. If you are someone who commutes a lot, it's great peace of mind knowing that if you experience something like punctured tire or a complete blowout, there's actually something you can do thanks to your spare. If not, this vehicle does have 5 years roadside assistance, unlimited kilometers. Let's close that up. A couple more things I'll point out just on the design elements. Now this is an entry model, but it doesn't sacrifice that much on the design, so you get a little bit of gloss black along here too, which really breaks up the blue and gives the vehicle a much sportier look. Just the body shape of the vehicle itself, that fastback like I was talking about earlier, it looks sporty. It's not your Corolla. It looks a little bit better, a lot a bit better. A couple more things I'll point out. You got your reverse lights down here, backup camera like I mentioned, and it's not just a regular backup camera, it's a dynamic guideline backup camera, which Charlotte will show when she gets inside. It's gonna move with you as you turn your steering wheel, so you really can't see where your vehicle is gonna end up when you're parking. In terms of parking this vehicle, it's still a compact, but it's pretty big. It's not hard to drive though, plenty of visibility on this vehicle, super easy to drive, super easy to steer. It's a lot of fun to drive too. Ownership-wise and efficiency-wise, like I said, 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers on the highway, and it's an average 7 liters per 100 combined, so city and highway. Regardless, whatever kind of driving you're doing, this vehicle is going to be fairly efficient and fairly affordable just to maintain along the way. 47-liter tank, that's a really nice number to say. It's about going to be probably, if you're in Ontario, I was paying about $60 to $65 for a full tank, and it's regular unleaded fuel, so you're not going to break your wallet at the
Keep in mind, the price of gas in Canada is 1.5 liters
or more
dollars per liter.
Or more.
$1.50.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive here, so it was really nice driving a car with a 47-liter tank. I'll tell you guys that. Now that's about it for my exterior walkthrough. And again, the price, $23,995. Charlotte's gonna bring up those questions again when we hop inside, and we want you guys to answer in the comments. Let's do it.
Okay, my turn. All right, so Gabby did a really fantastic job, and she pretty much answered the affordability question, giving us the price of the vehicle, the cost of ownership or approximate cost of ownership, but also she added some key insight, for things when it comes to tires, if you want to swap out your wheels, if that's going to be a factor, but also when it comes to finding some winter tires for you as well. So she did a fantastic job answering that question. She also answered half of the safety questions with a lot of the active safety features that we had on the exterior, such as our smart cruise control with idle stop and go, our lane keep assist, our lane follow assist, our forward collision avoidance assist. You name it, this vehicle definitely has a ton of safety features. When it comes to the interior for safety, we're going to still see things like our backup camera, which we know and love. Also things like rear occupant alert and driver's attention warning to make sure that you're focused on staying alert to the road. For rear occupant alert, it's also going to allow you to know which seatbelts in the second row are going to be in use and which ones are not, and give you a little alert if it does detect that there may be something back there that you might forget about, which you definitely don't want to do. When it comes to safety in the event of a collision, this vehicle does have 8 airbags, which is actually really great for a vehicle of this size. I need to lower it down. The seat's a little too high. I keep hitting my head. That's fine. But it does have 8 different airbags. You're going to have a dual advance in the front, dual advance side seat, dual advance in the rear, and then dual advance side as well. So lots of airbags in this vehicle should something happen. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the comfort features. Is this vehicle going to be comfortable? And the answer is yes. You get a lot of car for the price that you pay. You've got heated seats in this vehicle. You have electronically controlled mirrors. You have a 1 driver's obstacle detecting and pinch protected window. 4 speakers of a regular in-house sound system in this vehicle. The seats themselves, they're going to be a cloth, which is nice for the winter because it heats up a lot faster with your heated seats. And then also you have your 6-way manual adjustable controls. So forward, backwards, you can adjust the height as you guys already saw me do. I'm gonna bring it back down. And then of course you can also adjust your backrest. The nice thing is that we also have a height adjustment on our passenger seat too, so very comfortable. On this side, brightness adjuster, electronic parking brake, and then also your traction control if you'd like to turn it off. Steering wheel is very comfortable as well, despite the shape, and I think I'll have Gabby come around.
Electronic parking brake is also a great function to have because it frees up some space in the center console and also gives you one of my favorite functions, auto hold, allowing your car to just kind of hold itself at a complete stop when you fully press the brake. Charlotte's got the hazards on. You can see our daytime running lights. They're bold, they're beautiful, they're super, super sharp. All right, let's take a look inside. Charlotte already said that the passenger seat is height adjustable, and that's a huge deal because Charlotte, what do people not do to the passenger seat?
They usually don't match the driver's seat. So the fact that we have matching seats, I think is really great. This one's also going to be heated, so you're still getting that nice same creature comforts too. Speaking of creature comforts, this vehicle, Gabby mentioned that you can actually remote start it with your key fob. If you want to take it one step further, is you have Kia Connect standard in this vehicle. Talk about comfort, talk about convenience, which means you can actually precondition your cabin to a temperature that you choose, and also turn on your heated seats right from your phone. You can also do lots of other things like use location services, and of course access things like your vehicle's stats from your phone too. So very comfortable, very convenient. For some other convenience features I'll point out, we do have LED interior. I always forget that it's not a press one. LED interior lighting. We also have visors located, or not visors, mirrors located on our visors for both the driver and the passenger. Don't use that while you're driving though. Trust us, if you're in this car though, you're gonna look good. You don't need to double check with that. All right, steering wheel. I mentioned before that, well, no, I didn't. What am I talking about? Sorry. From here, let's talk about convenience. You'll notice that we have a split between our driving controls and our media controls. So from here, you're going to be able to access, but not also just access, also adjust your smart cruise control utilizing these buttons here. And you can also change things like your lane follow assist and your lane keep assist all on the fly and at a touch of a button, which is incredibly convenient. You don't have to dig through a screen to change your safety features. This side is going to be your media controls. You've got your virtual assistant. You can use this for media modes and also to set a favorites button. Behind us, lighting stock and wiper stock, and you'll notice that we have 2 great screens. Now this one is 4.2 inches. It is a full digital display, so you can see that you have a digital speedometer, a digital tachometer, but this screen in the center is going to be the one that really changes, and you can change it and customize it by utilizing this icon that looks like a notes button. So from here, you can see how the vehicle responds to you as a driver, which safety features are going to be enabled, and also things like your tire pressure. So that's another thing in terms of safety. So fantastic to see as well. As we move over, The comfort continues and the tech continues with our 12.3-inch screen, again, standard. And with this, for your phone projection, you're going to get a wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, which means no more wires cluttering up your vehicle. This screen, it's also customizable, so if you want to move these icons around, you can do so in a way that best fits what you would like. And also, you're able to customize this drop-down menu. Sorry, it was a little too responsive to me there. Again, just to suit your preferences. If you do want to adjust any of those safety features, you can go into your setup, go to Vehicle, Driver's Assistance, and from here, you're able to get a little bit of a at a glance as to all of those exterior safety or active safety features if you want to adjust them to turn them off or to simply have them be an audible alert instead of take a corrective action. Down here, I love how this is configured because not only is it real buttons and real dials, everything does what it says. So you've got your home, you've got your map, which when your phone is connected will jump you into your phone's maps essentially, and you also have a search function. Did you almost fall out of the car?
I almost fell. Do you want to show how I'm sitting?
So Gabby almost fell out.
Like that.
She almost got a concussion off of the tile floor, but I'm glad she's okay. Anyways, back to our search function. I was almost searching for an ambulance there for Gabby.
Hey, great use of the SOS button integrated into the car.
With your Kia Connect. Could you imagine? Oh man. But as I was saying, if this is your first new vehicle in a while and you're struggling with the learning curve, use this search function because it's going to allow you to search for contacts, it's going to allow you to search for media, and even some of those safety features, anything that may be on this screen. If it detects it, it's going to pull it up for you. Roller dial, media, favorites button, and then also setup if you want to jump back into that screen I showed you guys. Down below, you have your climate controls, very easy to use, fan speed, fan direction, temperature, front and rear defrost, and then of course, where you want your air to be directed. So very easy to use. I like these, they're ergonomic, they feel quite sturdy as well. Down below, you have a USB-C, which can be used for data transfer and charging, as well as just for charging, another one for your passenger, and a 12-volt. We also have a ton of space here to put your key or any other items such as your phone, wallet, whatever it is you don't want to be in your pocket while driving. This is a push-to-start vehicle, so again, incredibly convenient with the fact that I could just have my key in my bag, in the back seat. It just has to be in the vehicle to turn the vehicle on. Regular gear shift. We also have our auto hold button if you'd like to turn it off, as Gabby mentioned. And here's what that rear view camera is going to look like with those dynamic guidelines. The nice part is you actually have a couple different views. So you can have a widescreen view and then also a top-down view. Cup holders. Now these look like pretty big cup holders and you're thinking, hey, I've got a smaller drink. I don't think they're gonna fit. Don't worry, they're guillotine style cup holders so they can adapt to the size of drink that it is that you want to drink. Center console, decent amount of hidden space, I will say. And then we already took a look at up top. We do have a manual dimming mirror. So press that back and it's gonna dim it for you. And then also those lights that I already mentioned. Should we take a look at the back seat?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Little side note, I really like how the directional controls are separated. On a lot of vehicles, it's just one control and you got to cycle between it three or four times.
It'll just be muscle memory for you.
Yeah.
The one that you want.
And then, of course, passenger seats also heated, also mounted on the door itself. Hi, Chris. I think that's the first time Chris has been on camera.
Oh, we love Chris.
Bye,
He's
Chris.
the best. Everybody loves Chris. All right, so back here, I'm really happy to say that there's a ton of spacious room back here, especially when it comes to the legroom department. This actually is leading class legroom for your rear seat, and it lives up to it.
Or class leading?
A leading class, the Elantra is class leading. Something, again, I really like the fact that we have lower latch anchors, so you are able to put car seats back here in addition to tethers in the rear. Cloth seats as well. I like that they still kind of kept the same heathered gray insert, which looks really good. The seats themselves, they're easy to wipe down because they're flat black plastic. And in order to keep stuff off the floor, you can actually go and use the rear of these seats. What was that?
Ice. A bunch of ice just came off the car.
Guys, we told you it's cold here in Southern Ontario, Brantford, Ontario. But these seats, for when it is cold, they can double as a coat rack for you. Impeccable segue, I know. For some other creature comforts that we have back here is we do have USB-Cs. We have a pocket here, and then I know you probably don't notice that we have any rear ventilation. We do have rear under-seat duct heating, so you're still getting some flow back here too. But yeah, very impressive headroom. Very impressive. I'm trying to have really, really good posture right now. Sorry, you go ahead.
Someone said, I wish they made this design on the Rio size because this vehicle is just too big. I will say, I love the Rio. I think it's fantastic, but I think the price point of this car, you get so much more car, and you're not sacrificing fuel efficiency. I mean, this vehicle, I think it's rated better than the Kia Rio was on the highway. And I think that's pretty fantastic because you got a lot more car. If you frequently have rear passengers, they're going to have a lot more room, and the tech is just a whole lot better.
I think the biggest thing is that remember, this is a base model. Everything that we show is what just starts on all of the trims for the K4, and you just get so much. You get so much safety, so much active safety, and then so much tech and comfort features too. So it really helps us answer those questions on, is it affordable? Is it safe? Is it going to be comfortable? And the answer across the board is going to be yes. And the best part is this is only where it starts. So if you guys want something that's a little bit more techy, more comfortable, some more, more top of the line, you still have multiple trims to choose from.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think commuter and then think like Nissan Micra or something.
Oh, goodness.
But then you try driving one of those cars on a windy day and it feels like you're flying away.
And you're in the ditch.
So this is a lot more stable.
And a part of that is with the stance of the vehicle too.
Yeah.
Another thing I will mention in terms of comfort is the fact that it has increased road noise deadening or sound deadening. So it's a very, very quiet ride.
One more thing I point out, just because some ice fell off the car and it's freezing cold, we don't have a heated windshield, but we do have heated washer nozzles. So when it comes to defrosting your car in the winter, I don't know if you're like me and you just put the wiper fluid on until the whole windshield's clear, but it's heated over there. Don't have to pick ice off of them, so that's pretty nice. And then, of course, you have the remote start function or just using your phone to turn the car on.
Yeah.
It's pretty handy.
And from there, you're able to turn on your front defrost too, so you can get that all nice and defrosted. The time you come to the car, it's warm, it's cozy, and you're ready to go.
Hey, Grant. Do you want to come say hi?
No, but I just wanted my voice to be in the background.
Thank you.
Why the stream is mirrored the other side? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah. See? It is.
Oh, I kind of prefer that actually. That's a better side of my face.
You're like, wait a minute, we're gonna keep this. I'm guessing it's probably just, yeah, it's because it's front camera.
Should we talk about some of our hiatus for not going live?
Oh, yes, we should.
So tomorrow we won't have a live stream at 2 p.m., but we do have a video that will be up, so you guys can still get your dose of the Kia Hyundai channel. Friday we weren't live because I was getting LASIK eye surgery.
The second time.
The second time. If you're wondering if it went well, so far so good. I can see. All right. You know what? It didn't take LASIK for me to see the value in this 2025 Kia K4. I already knew.
The worst ad ever.
Not sponsored. Wired connectivity preferred. Some cars, yes. This new software, no. I think the wireless is great.
Old school buttons. Yep, lots of old school buttons. I really like it. I think that's great.
Who's riding shotgun? Well, in this case, I usually sit in the passenger seat when we're filming the interior, and I will say, ain't a bad seat. It's actually the exact same as Charlotte's driver's seat. Height adjustment, heated, all the adjustments that Charlotte has, but I don't have a steering wheel, so I can relax a little bit more.
Unless you get nauseous.
That is true. I do get car sick.
The DMC DeLorean reminds me, Back to the Future car. I don't know what it reminds you of, but the fun thing is that it's actually styled, the DeLorean is styled after the Hyundai Pony Coupe. So it does have a little bit of a Hyundai tie to it.
Yeah.
So does a Kia.
Kia Hyundai DeLorean channel.
Just really making the connections there.
Did you both discuss what to wear every day? No, but Charlotte came in and I said, I almost wore that.
I did put this on and I was like, this is a very Gabi outfit, especially because I'm wearing my boots today.
New boot goofing.
How many audio speakers in this bad girl? Only 4. However, if you do go up to the next trim, you will get 6. It's still a regular in-house sound system though. All right. I think that's
We should
really
be seeing Gabi wearing eyeglasses.
Eye patch, actually,
Yeah.
is preference.
I will just reiterate our initial 3 questions, you guys. If you're shopping for a car or if you watch this video, I'm thinking the answer was yes to all of them.
Yes.
It's safe, it's affordable, and what was the other one?
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable. Yes, yes, yes.
It was so comfortable for you, your mind went
I
blank.
just
You were
forgot.
fully relaxed.
No, but seriously, such a fantastic car. And although I'm a Forte fan, there's without a doubt this is a better buy. So
There you go. You heard it from Gabby herself.
all right.
All right, we'll be back at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.